Guys, you're a fan of the SLY GUY Podcast and you want to get early access to the podcast every Wednesday. You want the extra SLY GUY Podcast on a Monday, and you want bonus content. New series is coming out soon. And anything else SLY GUY Podcast related. Outtakes maybe coming, other bits and bobs. Early ticket release, that's a big one. Over to www.patreon.com/SLY GUY Podcast. Subscribe over there, get over there. Do all you need to do at www.patreon.com/SLY GUY Podcast. Positive vibes only, friends. The SLY GUY Podcast is brought to you in association with Modest Beer. Modest Beer have been supporting the podcast since day one, through the ups, through the downs, and there's been plenty of both. And to celebrate, Modest Beer are offering you a discount code for the loyal SLY GUY Podcast listeners. At checkout, you go to www.modestbeer.co.uk, and when you want to make your purchases, use the discount code SLYPA15. That's SLYPA15 for 15% off your purchases from the fantastic Modest Beer.
I'm the SLY Guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of the SLY GUY Podcast with me, Dave Elliott. This was a fun one. There was ups, there were downs on this, the same way as there's been with the podcast. Some positive, funny, laugh out loud moments, and some pretty personally deep moments as well. It was a lot of fun. A lot of chat about horses. Too much chat about horses. Too much horsing about. But it is what it is. So without further ado, you need to horse this episode into you. And if you don't already, follow this podcast wherever you... It's a horse pun. Follow the podcast wherever you get it. Subscribe wherever you listen. It helps the podcast grow. It's all good. And enjoy this week's episode with one of my favourite guests, one of my favourite guys, somebody who I went out for a nice lunch with before we recorded, and we could have probably just done with going for a big nap afterwards, but we didn't. We came here, we did a podcast, we had fun hanging out. It's me and my friend, comedian, writer, father, in that order, so he tells me, Sean Hegarty. Sean, you're on the podcast. We're having some great fun there. And then guess what? We just started to record. You know, I said I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of what we did or said, but we're talking about you sent me a video last night.
Yeah.
Just off the bat, you sent it to me. A mate of mine sent it to me. My dad sent it to me. All the same. So I could just see like a thumbnail, and I thought to myself, "This is spam." So I didn't want to open it.
All from the same tweet, was it?
Yeah, but
all
then,
linked to the tweet.
but like you know, when something's a spam, it always says like, "Hey, whoa, you got to see this." Everything was of a similar ilk to that. Which, when I watched the video, I realised. Yeah, that would be the reaction you would make to that.
Do you know what though? I would love to have that relationship with my kids when they're older. Like three of them already are, but you know, if I just go, "There's a horse fucking a fella." Wait, I send that to the children.
Yeah. So if anyone hadn't seen, that's what it is. Yeah, that was, and it started off was like a guy like just at the farm. I was like, "Oh, this is boring," and I thought like, anyway, he had a wee bit of energy about him, like he was about to like, you know, like kiss the donkey, and then he just got rid by it. Didn't he? Really?
So I was thinking like. There's no way he's going to ride that horse. It's too small. But then the horse just rid him straight away.
There you go.
In no time.
No bones about it, but in fact, big bones. Like, what does that guy do? Does he come back from that?
I mean, if that's what you're into, does it matter?
But people will be like, fuck. But say you're a teller at the Ulster Bank or something. You know what I mean? And you walk in and sit down.
You've lost your job, but at the same time...
But you see,
if
that
what gets you off is getting fucked by horses, just.
But I think because it's a bestiality thing's a problem. You know what I mean? Like,
is that illegal? Yeah.
I think yes.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh no, you look very stressed out there.
Make a phone call.
Yeah, but is it real, or is it like it's definitely a legit thing?
It has to be real.
Like it's not CGI. Because I know if, like, for example, if I wanted something worked up, I get on the phone to Aaron Butler. I'd be like, listen, I want the picture of Paddy McDonnell as an owl.
Yeah.
Who's getting fucked by a horse. If that's what my request was.
Do you think if you sent it to Butler, he could do some kind of like fucking the Bill shit? And
you could put your head on that guy's body for the video, you know, if you want. Maybe that's what you could do for, like, you know, where you can do like
tour poster,
like I don't know. Sean Hegarty, horseplay.
Faulty tires.
Yeah. Oh no, faulty arse. After that, fucking absolutely obliterated. But that, yeah, I mean, now that's a viral post for you. But no, Butler could do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Well, I actually wouldn't like to see his hard drive, to be honest.
You wouldn't?
No, I'm just in the stuff I've asked him to do, and then also I'm sure the illegal stuff.
He's a talented guy in more ways than one. If you ever, like, I remember watching some of his old videos from years ago when he, like, I don't know if he's still into musicals and stuff, but back in the day when he was, he's a fine mover.
Yeah,
we'll say that
he is.
But he's got a good voice on him too. He's doing Stars in the Rise.
Yeah, are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who you're doing yet?
A horse? No, I haven't decided yet. I'm torn between about 5 or 6 songs. Do you know what I did?
The horse using the other foot, because normally the horse doing the bucking, isn't it?
Yeah. I looked at, like, I went through a few songs on my playlist and stuff, and I was all, I could do the streets, and then I was all, nobody's really gonna. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's going to know that. But then it's what kind of vibe are you going for? What kind of, do you know?
But it's hard because you want to get the people going.
Yeah.
But then some songs are a bit shit, and then so, like, the one I would first of all gravitate towards was George Michael, and then Catherine's like, nah, none of the songs get the people going. I was like, get me going, like. I love George.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. And
what song? The main one?
Fast Love.
Fast Love.
Yeah. Baby, that's the one everyone would expect, wouldn't it? Faith.
We should almost do like a Strictly Come Dancing, where we all come out at the start and we all end, and we all do a big sort of collab. I think that would be nice.
Well, we could talk about that, because I mean, I need to make it a show. I nearly said a pageant, not a pantry.
Yeah.
We need to make it a total pantry. Everybody just get into the pantry.
Pantry's
and get
down.
Yeah, pantry's down. Nay.
We're just going to do this the whole episode.
Yeah, but you know, but that's the thing. See, with that, right? I remember there was a fallout of a video that had been out before. Obviously, the taxi driver stuff went on, and someone put a parody up about that. And then the person who's involved was like, "Oh, this is really triggering me." No pun intended.
No pun intended.
And it's like, you know what I mean? So you got to be careful, because is this guy going to be down there being like? And I was my hole had recovered. It stuck some soda cream on it, and then I heard Dave Elliott and Sean Hegarty talking about it, and it brought it all back. And all of a sudden, my fucking intestines fell out my arse. You know, it's like. You gotta be careful. Like, is this guy going to listen to the pod? Because then will someone hear it and be like, mate, they're talking about you? That's the problem, isn't it? The people are like, they're talking about you. And it's like, hold on, the guy got bucked by a horse. Yeah. We're not the problem. It's our jobs as comedians to react to things that happen.
But they're the things now, and because we're more well known nowadays, it's harder to get away with stuff. Whereas remember, like, years ago, you would do a podcast and you would have maybe 50 to 100 listens, but you could talk about your fucking next door neighbour or somebody.
We can only aspire to that. What are you talking about?
Well, fingers crossed. If we keep going down this road of talking about horses' dicks.
Yeah.
But
I'd say we get more listens in Ballymena direction. You know.
Yeah.
I'd say it'd be a big spike up there. Speaking of spikes, anyway.
But nowadays you have to be really careful about what you talk about, because people, like, I remember making a video about your woman who did the Michael Jackson moonwalk outside of Debenhams. And people were tagging her and tagging her family members, and people were all, well, take us down, that's not right, this woman didn't want to be on TV and stuff. And I was like, I'm just having a wee bit of banter here, John. You don't expect
people take themselves too fucking seriously sometimes. And even comedians too, to an extent, because like whenever I did whenever I did the mock blame the last time out, there was a joke in that about like Northern Irish porn or whatever. Who would make Northern Irish porn? And Paddy went, the Addams Family. And I was like, oh, why? Well, they've already got Uncle Molester, you know what I mean? That's kind of fine. And then they're like, oh, are you okay with putting that up? I'm like, yeah, because I'm joking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A fucking
but then again, you're commenting on something that's public knowledge. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's and I think we need to chill out about that a bit, you know, and like, there's been a few instances recently like, I can't say that, can you cut that out of the podcast? And you're like, shut up.
I know. I like to just press record, press stop, and just fucking put it.
It's a Sly Guy podcast. See, if you're out here being like we need to do it. Nah, I'm joking. You say stuff like it springs to your mind, like a pun about a horse's dick. You say it, you know what I mean? I don't want to have the fucking RSPCA onto me being like, you shouldn't have said that about that foal.
You're like, endorsing horses bucking adults.
I'm like, no, somebody bucked a horse. I didn't buck a horse. I got sent it by you, my mate, and my dad, with the classics. You wouldn't see us in Streamfield, you know. It's like, cheers, Dad, you know. Yeah, you wouldn't see us at Streamfield, would you? And I was like, nah, because they're up to their dick and pumpkin patches at the minute. So I mean, like, maybe that's what they need to push. Like, fuck, you could merge the two stories. You bring that horse to Amsterdam. And then stick a dick through, and then that'd be the ultimate trick if you went and thought you're sucking a horse's dick and it was just your dad. Like, fuck, how do you manage that? That's the ultimate fucking switcheroo. Or else you put your dad's dick through the horse's head. Oh, would be funny.
There's so much you could do with that.
Oh, I know. Listen, hey, this is what we need to do. Reach out. Anyone wants to start a Just Fund Me or GoFundMe. we can go out and
Go file me.
go find me. Yeah, go phone me.
Or go fool me.
Full. What else other horsey? Shire horses, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're big. They fucking bust your back like.
Yeah.
I mean, I think any horse realistically could.
Like that was a big dick.
Yeah.
Going into your fella, like I don't know how big people like to have it up there, but I was.
I've once, like, or twice, maybe 3 times,
Fucked the
potentially more. Yeah, just when I lived up beside that farm. But I'd say in my entire life, potentially 4 times has my finger slipped through a toilet roll when I've been wiping my arse, and it's popped a wee bit. And it's not. I don't like it. I don't like to just. But then I don't know whether I'm just like a stub just right on my arsehole. But I wouldn't like something to be right. I wouldn't like to breach the butthole.
I remember one time my cousin. This is going to sound really
I'm keen to
weird
hear.
at the very start, right? One time my cousin says, "Here, come on upstairs. To show you this video, right?"
Oh.
And me and my 2 brothers went upstairs, and now I was about 9, and he put on a video called Animal Farm. Have you ever seen or heard of this?
Well, I've heard of the actual Animal Farm, George Orwell book, isn't it?
No. This is George Orwell. This is fucking. I'm talking like that video that I sent you last night for like 3 hours in a video
With a dude?
with men, women, like wee pig sticks, like women
gross.
sucking wee pig sticks, and like just every animal, every.
And did he have us in a DVD or something?
He
Or
had a
was it-
video. He must have got a end of it in school. They must have been passing around as like, go home and stick that in your VCR.
Fuck me. I don't like any of that shit.
Yeah.
Call me old fashioned, but I'd rather people keep the bucking amongst the same species.
Yeah.
I think that's apart from unless it's actually in the movie Species with Natasha Henstridge.
Good film. I
That was,
remember it well.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
film for a
Yeah.
young man growing up.
Yeah.
Then she got married to Darius Dinesh, R.I.P.
Did she really?
Yeah.
How did they ever meet?
Just what celebrities are like, just hanging about.
Wee red carpet event.
Wee red carpet. And yeah, I was sad when Darius died. He was one of the saddest celebrities dying.
Did
'Cause I just
Chandler
think-
affect you at all?
No. Did
Not
it
one
affect
bit?
you? Nah.
We were away for the weekend, you see, and we were in Kirkcalban. So I think from now on, Kirkcalban, I'm going to associate with Chandler Bing. Just
Yeah.
then, you always remember where you were at these certain moments. But
Well, how'd you hear about it? Because I was away too. I was in Portrush because
just Twitter, trending on Twitter.
actually, Kirkcalban's sort of it's in North Down there. It's in my direction. It's on the peninsula, like, so I'd sometimes travel down that way to keep the kids entertained of the day. And Diona said, "Do you recommend anything?" I gave her quite a concise.
Oh, she was
list.
delighted with
Did
the
you
list.
do anything on the list?
No, but pissed down the whole weekend.
So disrespectful.
It was-
So disrespectful.
There
The
were-
beach. Put a wee Raymac on you go.
Aye, but we didn't. We
Not
didn't
even go to
prepare
the
for
New
rain.
Keys.
No.
Oh, the New Keys is one of the nicest restaurants. It's a hidden gem in Portavogie. And there's wee shipwrecking on the beach. You go let the kids fucking break the shipwreck a bit more. Send in the sea. Go on in, get yourself some fucking, get a nice wee pint of Guinness and some seafood.
Didn't even know it existed. Now there
Oh.
was a wee kind of, what was it, like an ice cream parlour or a wee coffee shop?
Wasn't
on
that?
like a wee barn kind of thing, just on the edge of the water. In was it in Kirkcalban? I
Could
think
have
it
been
was.
Kirkcalban, yeah.
And it was lovely.
Yes.
We were going to go out, and it was packed, and we were like, packed like it was fucking.
But
7
what did
people
you
in it.
think of the weekend away? Did you enjoy it? Would you go back to down that neck of the woods again?
Yeah, loved it. It's it was nice to just be away. Now we brought my son with us this time. He's 14, and he just lives for like you have to entertain him or do something with him or for
He
him.
sounds like a little prince.
all day, every day.
You
He
need
is
to
a wee
entertain
prince.
me.
All my boys are princes.
Entertain me.
Yeah.
Like, is he like a Joffrey or is he a bit more sound?
A Joffrey?
Joffrey from Game of Thrones, he dick.
Never seen Game of Thrones.
You need to watch it. I started very late in watching it.
No interest.
Lots of Diddy, so.
Safe, is there?
Yes.
I'll give it. I'll give it a wee
Give
try.
it a wee
see.
whiz. But no
And
animal
like a
dicks. No
story
animal
about
dicks. Yeah.
Vikings and all, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But
just
see,
mythical Vikings and tits. That's the name of the
do you know what I
podcast.
did last week, right? I went down the IMDb top 100, and I've seen about 4 films.
Really?
Aye.
Was I in as a top 100 actors at all?
Did you go to those awards?
I did go to those awards, yeah. But
You will next year
yes,
when
yeah. Whenever my performance as serious actor, comes
Dairy
out.
Girls comes out.
Yes.
Series 4. Were you in it?
Hairy Girls, that's me. It's like a parody.
Yeah, I would love to have made a party. Londonderry Boys.
The Apprentice Boys, that is. That's just straight up.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's already been done then.
But did you? This is something like I'd written a sketch about now. Dairy Girls. Don't get me wrong, has
I will.
done great. It's done amazing for here. Is it my favorite ever show? No.
Yeah,
Did
doesn't
enjoy
have
it?
to be though.
But
Doesn't
to
have to
enjoy
be.
it, yeah. But I'd written a sketch about like there's people just chatting about it. But I feel like if you ever say anything other than it's the greatest thing ever, people will hunt you down, burn your house down.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, you watch Arsenal, but is it the greatest Arsenal team you've ever seen?
Yes,
Is it?
Declan Rice. Declan Rice will have a statue outside the
He
Emirates.
played last night, didn't he?
No, he came on, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they just want... fuck Arteta. You know another thing I don't like? David Raya. Ditch him. And then I suppose he puts Ramsdale in.
You can't have 2 number 1s.
No.
You can't.
No, 2 number 1s is a number 2, isn't it? That's
Exactly.
shit. 2 number 1s equals shit.
Exactly. Which brings us on to... I'm going to introduce your segment for you.
Okay.
You asked me to come up with stuff for a wee segment.
Yes.
What
So
we're
the
gonna-
segment is Be Sly.
Are you okay doing it now?
I want to... Yeah, listen, if you want to come out, you got a new fucking podcast. He's a Mr. Host now. He just
know,
comes on, just
sorry,
takes over.
I took over.
Just because you're in this building.
What if I
Fuck
open
me.
one M?
Well, it'll probably explode in your face because
Oh,
it's been
will
sitting
it?
there for months and years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like the top one's actually about to burst.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
kind of
look
like
at this.
Don't
Fucking
be
hell.
poking that shit.
I'll not.
But yeah, we're doing a new segment now where it's a Sly Guy podcast. I want the guests to come on and I want you to be sly about something that's annoying you maybe in the week, maybe just in general. It could be something that it could be something about your wife. It could be something about your home life.
Never going to be anything about my wife.
lingering. Your kids being like, oh, why did I have to have the...
Yeah. So will I just come out with it? Do you have one as
Fuck
well?
right.
Do you?
No.
You should prepare one too, and then we can debate them
Well,
both.
there's a lot of things. Do you want me to tell you what I hate?
Go.
If we're going to start off, people are going to be like, oh, it's just sour grapes because you're bald and all. Oh, fuck up. But see people whose entire personality is their beard and hair on Instagram, those accounts. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, who follows those accounts?
I know.
Like I give a guy on the algorithm and it was just literally, the caption was like, I'm going to try and look normal today. And there's this guy, long hair, long beard, just sort of smouldering into the thing. And he basically went, tied his hair in a knot and put a baseball cap on. And I was like, is there going to be... That was it. Millions of likes, comments and all. I'm like, you know what? If you get that guy and you... Scalp him. Take him down. Scalp him. Send him into Apache Pizza. Scalp him.
Imagine that happened though. His life would be over.
Done. But I just don't like people whose personalities are a thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy, like, that's the one that sometimes I get annoyed about Movember, and people are like, oh, Dave, you can't criticise Movember because it's for a good cause and all. A lot of times people who do Movember don't have anything about themselves worth talking about, so they do a thing to be like, oh, aren't I mad?
Yeah.
It's like mullets.
No, not November. Could you think of mine worse?
No, I do the opposite. I do busting nut November. I just busting nuts all the time. Starting
Like a wee advent calendar with Jason each day.
Yeah, that's what you do. Just poke your hole through it and come. It's a glory hole.
That's a fucking great idea for an advent calendar, isn't it?
Oh, just a glory hole.
A glory hole every day.
You need to get 25 mates far apart. That'd be great. You could buy somewhere like, like I suppose Davis Flats would be knocked down, but a big like block of flats, just have glory holes in each one, and every day you suck a different dick. Yeah. What'd be good if you just played deploy and it was a different door, but always your dick. So your dick sucked every day. And you're like, this dick's very similar to the dick 13. You're like, oh, fucking right it is.
Can the thumbnail for this podcast be the dog up on your back, pretend to rage you?
Is there a way to hold it? Hold on, you lean forward. Maybe say I'll move it. There you go.
Now tag my Facebook page,
right? Yeah, so that's what annoys me. People, and you know another thing, I'm trying to work out a bit about it, but there's certain stuff to me that, like, if you're to do a podcast called the Boring Guys Podcast, you know what certain things boring guys would do? And now I'm talking about guys that are kind of our age, guys in their 30s who've maybe moved on from maybe having anything about them. They settle, have wives and kids and blah blah, and then all they find they talk about Strava maps, craft beer, and barbecue and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's okay.
Nah.
You can barbecue stuff, it's nice, but don't make that your whole thing.
Don't tell anyone. See people who take photos of their dinner.
Yeah.
Does my what a loser.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? What do you want people to do? Go, oh, that's a nice dinner. Yeah, I love that
Yummy.
dinner, do you? Yeah, nosh. And then, another thing, see that fucking Justin Bieber song? He got that yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
And people just, there's the fucking animal shapes. There's some fucking chicken nuggets and peas. Oh, fucking wifey material. Yummy, yum. Fuck off. You're not wifey material.
There's a lot of dark shit surrounding that video about the Pizzagate, is it?
What
Did you ever hear about Pizzagate?
Pizza-gate's to do with Jeffrey Epstein, isn't it? And like,
yeah. It's, you can go down a real rabbit hole.
Because I remember arguing somebody at Pizzagate. I was like, I agree with Pizzagate, fuck him. And they're like, pardon? And I was like, yeah, because I thought Cesc Fabregas fucking a pizza Sir Alex Ferguson. That's what I was talking about. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, old bastard.
Was that like the tunnel incident or something?
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
What's he doing with pizza down a tunnel?
Because there's pizza for the boys coming off the pitch at half time just to take a wee slice and then fucking have at you, Scottish bastard.
I would play a match every single day if it meant I could eat a pizza every night. Pizza's the best.
Oh, is it your absolute favourite? And what's the opposite of pizza? What's the thing you're going to give off about? Oh, here's one for you. Before you get into it, what would she rather give up? Pizza or red sauce? And you have to no more ever again in their life.
I think she would give up red sauce, but I'll tell you why. Because she knows how much she eats, and she knows it's bad for you, and she tries the occasional meal now without it. And she's noticed the more flavour in the foods instead of just tasting red sauce.
Like everything will taste like red sauce.
So I think she would go down the pizza.
What's some of the flavour route? And don't tell me it's pizza, because that's just got loads of red sauce on it. So what would be something she would eat now without red sauce? You're like, all right, okay.
Brown sauce.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Just like sort of pastas and stuff, you know, and noodles and things like that. You know, cereal.
I love eating. Whoa! Shocker alert!
I love getting fucked by horses.
But I love to like make a nice food. Like I like French and Italian cuisine would be my kind of. And I'm getting a wee bit into fucking Hungarian gear as well. Paprika.
She says I'm into fucking Hungarian.
Fucking Hungarian brutes, you know.
Gays.
But gays. Hungarian gays. That's just. But I try to not eat the sauce as much as possible. I'd rather make my own, like a nice tomato and basil sauce myself.
Do you know what we did a while back, which could be a nice thing that you could start with your family? Say
hugging, loving, appreciating each other, gratitude.
Just showing your kids affection. You should try it. Every like Friday night, Saturday night, whatever, pick a different country, or let your kids pick a country, and you just have to make a dish based in that country, and then go. I'm not gonna say her name because it'll set loads of people's wee listening devices off. But Alexa. Yeah. If you say to her, play Spanish music or play Mexican music, and then you can maybe, you know, dress in a way that's a wee bit more Spanishy or whatever, and it's nice.
The question is, would you do the accents?
See,
I was going to say, like, if I were to get, like, I don't know, Kenyan dinner or something,
or Portadown.
Yeah. My kids they pick somewhere fucking stupid. Iceland. Oh great, we're having kipper. Kipper and whale
or
fat.
just frozen food.
That's how
Carrie Katona, give her a ring, get her to come round.
I wouldn't mind eating her prawn ring. No, that's prawn ring. Oh, that's a fun idea.
What do you call the thing you're looking? The
globe?
No, the segment.
The segment's called SLY. Yeah, well, so stuff instead of stuff you like to do. Tell me something that's annoying you this week or something.
Something I don't like is when you're invited on a podcast, right? And everyone can sign the desk, but then the host like rubs his hands all over the desk and wears away. Have you? Where's your sign? Is it rubbed off? Over here, no. Oh, you're fucking sweet. I'm in the middle. It'll never be. Colin Gaddis is rubbed off. Yeah. He's rubbed off on the desk itself as well. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a couple here actually. Yeah. You know what? We just need to get better. But then look at that. Aye. Why she done that? That wee face. What's that all about? That's a cowboy. Brokeback Mountain. You know what I'm going to do? Draw a couple of wee curls come down from the hat and say it's an Orthodox Jew, and I'm going to just start the rumour she's a big supporter of Israel. Draw a horse fucking it. Do that. This whole episode. Just get a guy in to just fucking paint that exact scene on the whole desk. Imagine that. That'd be. See if you had Joe Rogan money, I would get something like that done, like an art piece of the week. Yeah. Just someone does something in the background. I would say you could chat GPT that up in a couple of seconds. Yeah, but I wouldn't like to take the work away from artists, you know. Yeah. People struggling and all. Just going to say you could screen grab the actual image and then just like cartoon eyes or something, do you know what I mean? Or I watched this thing the other day when I was on holidays, of course I did, and it was like about scamming people and it was like, you know, something like Rav was on it, you know, your man Rav who does it, yeah, he was on it, and they're like, yeah, people can scam, blah blah, but these like scammers were fully just on two different people's screens on their phones. They just had access to it, so like people can access whatever you're doing. So I reckon if you're sending and screenshotting that, we'll call it the Animal Farm clip, you know, people will be like, there's Sean Hegarty has sent that to 50 people here in the last 10 minutes. There you go. While wanking? What the fuck? The screen seems to be shaking quite a fair bit. Like, is there an earthquake in Lurgan? What the fuck? My thing, my SLY guy sort of moan. Mm-hmm. One thing I hate, we were talking about football 15 minutes ago when I first brought it up, so I'll go back to football. Okay. When people call the Premier League the Prem. Yeah, it is annoying. What is it about? It's like it's an Essex thing, I think. It's like a London kind of thing, but people over here say it. There's that. There's top bins, which I fucking hate as well, and people going CDM.
CDM, central defensive midfielder.
Like it was none of that back in our day. Do you know what I
No.
mean? Just call it top corner. Do you know what I mean?
Roy
Just
Keane.
aye, midfielder.
Midfielder,
Aye,
CDM.
holding midfielder.
But
Do you
do you find people try to palm off like they know too much about stuff by like throwing in these wee terms, and they think it makes them sound more.
Yeah.
Oh, he's CDM. Blah, blah.
100%.
See how people like. Here's the thing: goalkeepers playing out from the back. Just stop going in the net. What about that?
Yeah.
No matter this
Do your
fucking
job.
shit. Just don't be playing David Rise 5'4". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Is that all he is?
well, he's a bit taller than that, but he is short. You know, I just don't like what they're doing to Ramsdale.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Hey, there's talk of him leaving in January.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'd leave if I was him.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that.
Liverpool.
But you
Sit
wouldn't
on the
take
bench.
big backer, like, would you?
No.
How old's Backer?
He must be near 30, if not 30.
Does he wear number 1 in his back, or does he have a? Is he like a weird number?
I think he
Yeah.
does. Aye.
Ederson 31. I don't like.
Or
I
is
don't
he
like goalkeepers not being number 1s.
I know.
It's weird,
It's
isn't it?
weird. Did he used to be 13?
I think so, because it was Mignolet number 1 for a while.
That's right.
Pretty shit. Then Karius, where's he now? He's off the. Karius was
Carries in Germany
Newcastle,
somewhere, is
isn't he?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Aye.
Tell you what, though, shit
He's not there
goalkeeper,
now.
handsome guy.
Yeah. He was a rugged dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, like, he was a guy that looked like he would eat some food from Caricatona's
Yeah,
shop.
big time. I'd love to have went to a Liverpool match years ago and sang "He's Mignolet." Do you like in your
Yeah.
head?
Was that the song he sang for him?
No,
Or did you just make that
I
up?
just made it up. I was like, but I came up with that years ago. Do you know I genuinely came up with the Mo Salah song?
Mm-hmm. Which one's that? Mo Salah, Salah.
Running
yes.
down the wing, Salah, la 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 la, the Egyptian king. Now those aren't my words. Somebody
Yeah.
has made it better, which
Yeah.
I'll give them credit for. But still, fucking, give me a shout out for the work
Darwin
I've put into
Núñez.
it.
What's his song?
Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, make one about him.
Núñez.
No, if you just hear that at that field, it's just everyone.
That's mine.
Núñez, that's
Copyright.
yeah,
Copyright. But even him last night, like his goal last night sums him up to a T.
Mm-hmm.
Ball came over, just fucking stopped the ball, and it goes past him. And then
Yeah.
the crowd are all yay! And 5
Yeah.
seconds later, top fucking bins.
Yeah, fuck top bins. There you
I
go.
hate top bins.
Yeah,
The fucking prim.
Yeah, the
You
prim.
watch the prim.
Yeah.
Fucking.
There's a few wee terms and things that just really just trigger me. I can't think of any offhand because
Finian.
yeah, it's not the term. It's just the embodiment that
Yeah.
that is, you know.
Yeah.
But no, people don't realise like I don't give a fuck if you're a hunter or you're not. Like I got a DM the other day from some account being like, "Hey, Hun Dave, if you want to
As in
build your and I was like,
honey,
I took it the other way. I was like, hold on,
like the horseway.
no, like this is the fucking prod way, you Hun bastard. I was like, hold on, you don't know me. I'm half a Jaffa.
Like HUN.
Yeah, they're like, hey, Hun Dave, if you want to grow your Instagram following, you can pay us. And I was like, don't need to pay you.
Who was it? Was that like Celtic Boy or something?
It was Aaron
BH.
Butler.
Was it?
He's like, I'll do you up some CGI images, Paddy McDonald on a horse, and then I'll really get the likes on board, Hun Dave.
Yeah.
But does that get? I like. Was there anyone in particular that speaks that way? It would annoy you. Like, it just get you fucking. And like, because there's always a person in your head that you see when you have like, it's them that annoys me.
I try not to think that negatively. I see a lot of people now who like tweet and post online being really, really horrible. People who are in, people who are in our world, like shit talking about people who are also a creative, and I just that rubs me up the wrong way.
Yeah.
No horse joke intended.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
What about you though? Is now it's going to be shit if you actually say somebody here after what I've just said, but
If I just say name a person, be like, I'll tell you, this person actually
Sean Hegarty.
annoys me. Well, Sean Hegarty does this thing whereby like he's so positive about all these creatives, and I'm like, nah, fuck this. These guys are just. But no, I don't know. I just think like, does negative comments do annoy me in general? Because like, what's the need for that?
Aye.
Like when people do stuff, just don't comment.
Yeah.
You know, why do you need to
Like
go?
when Chandler died and you read the comments and somebody
Yeah.
goes, so sad, and you're like, well no,
Yeah.
somebody's died.
But you know
does
what?
that-
I don't know. I was
What's
like,
achieved?
I did when he died. I was like, that is a shame, but I wasn't like, oh no. Like I was more affected by Darius. You know, he was.
Gunther?
Is Gunther dead?
Aye.
There you go. That's a shame. What did he die of?
Cancer, I think. Make fun of that, go.
Well, Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it might have been something different. But yeah, it's hard to make fun of people dying of cancer, isn't it? It's like, unless they're kids, in which case it's fucking hysterical. Jokes.
Let's go back to fucking horses.
Not the worst. Yeah, let's talk about fucking people dying of burst arseholes. Let's do that. That'll be much more fun. But you know, I just the hair guys are annoying me this week. Just that's it. You know, there was a period when I was getting a lot annoyed. People not indicating that roundabouts is a big thing.
Oh, I hate it.
Fucking
people who don't know how to use roundabouts.
No,
does my fucking
no. And there's just at the bottom of my road, right. Now there was somebody who and I saw your DM, but I didn't accept it. I'm allowed to accept if I want to accept to read this. And then someone was like, Dave, this is nothing. No, this is another guy. And by the way, don't ever send me a message and go, I've been a long time fan of yours. And then when I go onto your page, you don't follow me. You're not a long time fan. Fuck off. So this guy was like, long time fan, and it just annoyed me that you were giving off about people coming into filter lanes, waiting to the very end. It's actually better for the fucking highway code to do it. And I was like, you know what you can do with your highway code? Put it in the end of a horse's dick and ram it up your hole. Yeah. There you go. Fuck off. Awesome. You know, so that was I even forgot what was given up. So anyway, yeah, this nerd will be like, well, actually, I'm going to fuck off. So at the bottom of my street, there's the street, and it leads on to like 2 lanes of traffic, one going each way. So if you're going that way, you go that way, you go that way. Now there's another entrance here for people, right? And now I figure I have the right of way here because I'm coming into 1 lane of traffic. If this person wants to come out, they have to call across 2 lanes of traffic to get in. So I go first. And if I'm here, I'll wait for this person to go, because I'll be there for a bit. What annoys me is when I come down there and both sides are clear, I go to go, and then this person's fucking nips out, and you're like, if I crash into you, that's your fault. Yeah. So someone did that to me and was fucking beating the horn and giving me that the other day. I was like tempted. That's the rage that I feel like no other rage. Like I would fall into their house and kill their whole family. And then afterwards I'd be like, listen, they cut me off. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's worth it. I'm going to teach your viewers and your listeners now how to use a roundabout, right?
Okay.
Go into the left-hand side or the left lane if you want to go left or straight ahead. Agree?
Yes.
If you want to go right or back where you came from, go into the right side. Simple as that. Simple as that. Don't indicate until you're ready to turn off.
Yeah.
So that everyone knows.
And in the neck of the woods, you're originally from the Craigavon way.
Oh, there's roundabouts galore. You have to know.
It's the whole
you have to know. But still, people do it all the time.
Nothing gets me more. See, whenever like there's a wee roundabout, again, top of that road, it does my head in. If cars are coming from this way to go there, you just indicate. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, if you're just coming through, I think you go that way, and then I'm going to go.
Yeah.
But then you don't indicate. It's like, fuck me.
Hate them.
Yeah, hate them.
Do you know what I hate as well? This is something that the owner does, right?
Good, get it out of you.
Here's a horse, right? Joe, when you get roundabouts and they're like flat on the ground,
it doesn't go over the top of them, does she?
She goes round them. Like there's one in Lurgan, right, at B&M Bargains. This new big B&M Bargains opened. And we would just go and sit outside and go, all the poor people going in, right? We would never actually use it. Yeah. Obviously we do, but
bargains and more bargains. Tramps.
So we would there's one time I let the owner drive, right, which sounds very sexist, but fuck, it's, do you know what I mean?
But I mean, stats are stats, you know what I mean?
Stats are stats. Exactly. So she would go out and then she would go round, and there's fucking there's nothing. Yeah. Just turn right. She goes out and goes round, but it's not, you can't get round it. So she then has to reverse and all and do a fucking 3-point turn.
Just a wee, you know. But then on the flip side of that, what annoys me is my sister goes the opposite of that. Instead of just going around or over, she'll go across the other side. I'm like, no, don't do that. So if she's going off there, instead of going like slightly over it, she'll just go in the wrong. So if that guy comes out, she's in the wrong. And then if I say to her, she's like, oh, fuck off, mum, dad like you better than me and all, and I have all this trauma from my childhood, and I'm like, shut up.
That's true, but whatever.
Yeah, you deserve it. You're not
4 people all reach the roundabout at the same time. Who has the right of way?
The one with the biggest balls. The one that just decides, I'm going.
Yep. First one to pull out.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I've made that mistake a couple of times. You've made that mistake several times.
Lost count.
But that's the thing. Like, sometimes you sit there and I will go, you know what, I'm going to go here. Yeah. And then I'll do that. Yeah. And that's kind of how we do it.
Billy Big Balls always wins.
Yeah, exactly. And if people have a problem with it, you stop a car, you reach into your glove box because you keep a hammer there.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to. You know, I do keep my glove box genuinely, and this might, instead of be going from just giving off about stuff,
gloves.
This
goalkeeper gloves.
Goalkeeper gloves. Yeah, you never know when a kickabout's going to happen. But no, what I do keep, and this is good advice. Again, as somebody who lives by the sea, I keep a wee Stanley knife in the glove box of both my cars.
Yes, let
In
the rest
case-
fuck them over.
Yep, just to kill myself.
Never to be
But in the off chance we end up in the water and the kids need to cut the seatbelts to get them out.
fucking good
Yeah,
shout.
that's my idea.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
think, have it there, cut the seatbelts.
Here's one too.
I'd be
People are-
ultimate mug off, wouldn't they? They're under the sea and the kids are stuck in ice school. Just fucking kill myself.
Imagine you slid the thing
Yeah.
up and you were all, no, slid it back down. Just teaching them about Stanley knives while drowning. But another thing, right? If you don't have a Stanley knife, you take the back of the seat off, the headrest, sorry, of the seat, and you can smash the window with the 2 prongs.
You're going to say, you don't have time, you take it off, and you just put
Just
those into
wrap
your
it.
eyes. Just fucking headbutt the dashboard. Oh, fuck yeah. That's a big, that's one. Do you ever have, as a parent, fears that are like, you know, the percentage of that happening so low?
Yeah.
Like us going into the sea and drowning, that I
But
have
your
a Stanley
anxiety
knife in there.
ridden from it
Oh.
either way. Yeah. That's me 24/7. Even now, I know my kids are fine. You know, my daughter's in nursery.
Yeah.
But,
That's not a nursery day today, he told me.
oh fuck, I dropped her off this morning.
Oh, well, she'll,
I have to pay for that.
she know how to get home all right, she'll walk.
She'll
Yeah.
walk. She'll walk. Yeah. But yeah, it's just no matter where they are, no matter who they're with.
You can send Jonas Horse to pick her.
You were really sick. That's my birthday. Yeah.
So does you get stressed out about them at all times?
At all
Yeah.
times. 24. I can't enjoy anything. I don't know what fun is anymore. I'm going to have a full breakdown now, right? Get ready.
I mean, it sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah. It's I just can't relax or enjoy anything anymore.
No. And
Just
what do you like at
up
the
the
park
high
with them?
Sorry.
That's okay.
In the park, can't take my eyes off them.
Nah, like see when walking across those, like the parks are dangerous, but like Catherine works as a trauma coordinator. That's her job. So she like any bones that are breaking and stuff comes across her desk. You know, I do because I'm really into broken arms and stuff. He's like, oh why? But anytime like I think. Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah. But anyone that comes, she's like, a lot of the people are injuries from kids falling off like climbing. I'm like, well, if I'm already Mr. Health and Safety and worry about stuff, don't tell me that's a bit like another thing. She'll not have trampoline, like a big trampoline for the kids because the bones aren't together properly. And so,
My son broke his arm on a trampoline about 4 or 5 years ago.
how old is he at that point? Was that 14-year-old?
Yeah, he was about 8 or 9, and he came running in. We were at my brother's house visiting. He came running in, and I think one of the girls came in first, my brother's wee girls, and he goes, I think Tom's broke his arm. And next thing he comes in, and his arm was like the letter Z. It was only he had a hoodie on.
Yeah.
He had a fucking lost his shit and passed out. Like it was only his arm, the sleeve
So
of
where
his
did
arm.
it break? Like
Just
right
yeah,
through.
just like a full fucking like a number 2. It was horrific.
And then what did you do? Like just
Phoned an
break?
ambulance. Wee man came out doing the wee
Uh-huh.
quick cars, and
Yeah.
then you were like a joke.
Yeah, it sounded like somebody that's going to sell you booze from this boot. He just came out and said, I tell you what you lads need, a fucking couple of bottles of Glens here. There you go. While you wait in the ambulance, take your edge off, son. Take your edge off.
Shut it on. Yeah. And then we got him down to I think it was the Royal, and basically the guy goes, "Do you want to distract them here?" He brought in a horse. He says, "Do you want to distract him?" So I was like, "Here, play this."
Imagine you did that. You're like, what are you doing that? Shh, just watch it.
This fucking gum started coming out of my mouth. And then I held my phone out with a wee game or something on it, and he was playing a game, and the doctor just went and just like pulled his arm straight.
And then he's like, oh,
And he goes, "Right lads, that's you,
Yeah.
son, you go."
fuck, so did he need a cast on?
He had a
Did he
wee
an operation, did he?
Yeah, and see, even like his wrist was like so. I'm gonna say brittle, but is that the
Yeah.
opposite? It's
No,
brittle, like real.
Brittle's weak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like that for months after. It was. I just felt so sorry on him. It was awful.
But did you ever be like, well, I told you not to use a trampoline? And did he fall off it or get a caught or what?
He fell off it. Yeah, he fully landed on his between his arm and his head.
What's better than being his bounce, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, another fella too got drunk one night and was bouncing on it and fell off, landed on his mouth. Had to go for a full operation.
And you're
His
the same trampoline?
teeth and all. No,
Alright.
different one.
I was going to say, that's possessed. That's like a horror film.
Yeah.
Eli Roth would make that. The
Yeah.
trampoline. That'd be fucking... I hate that. See anything where I could like hurt myself.
Yeah.
I try to avoid it. And then my kids, I just can't have them doing anything. Can't have them climbing anywhere. Can't have them... Matilda has been in the habit of climbing up under a set of drawers in the morning, like, you know, where like the changing table is. And she fell over there and hit her chin off the top of it. And I was like,
That's
well,
the worst, isn't it?
how many times did I tell you not to do that?
And you hit your chin too, and it like ricochets through your whole brain and your
Yeah.
head and stuff, doesn't it? It's really. Ugh.
No, it's a horrible one.
That's rough. Yeah.
So fucking
Are we
shit.
prank calling somebody?
See if you...
Sorry.
fucking-
You decide whether we do
You
that.
son of a fuck.
Sorry.
Mrs. Hegarty's a lovely woman, but you are a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. We like it's a tradition now on the podcast. I like you to get your phone out. I like you to ring people and just follow up with a wee. Oh no, Catherine's calling me here. What's
Answer?
No, I don't want to.
I've got a wee invitation.
I'm busy. Oh, what have you an invitation to?
Oh, a networking event.
Oh, very nice. Oh, so have I.
BBC Common.
Well, that's it ruined, isn't it? I'm not going if you're going too.
Oh, are you going?
No, not now.
That's
No,
right.
no, you're going. Oh, see. I might reply and be like, "Is Sean Hegarty going?"
What you did?
Yeah.
And I replied the same second, going, "Is Dave Elliott going?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, "Is Hun Dave going?"
Yeah, and I'm going to say, "Is Dave Sean going?"
You should definitely do it.
Oh, right, hold on. Is she actually phoning me or have I missed this call? I might just ring her and be like, "I'm doing a podcast."
Do you want me to prank call her? And I'll pretend I'm you.
I mean, nah, it was 10 minutes ago.
Do you think she would know?
Oh, well, she would know the voice. That's weird. Was that your screensaver?
That's the owner.
I know, it's weird though. Why is it not a photo you've taken? It looks like a press shot.
It is a press shot.
Look at that.
It's her headshot.
I got my kids, just a real photo I took.
That's shite.
Shut up.
That's shite.
What we should do, I should put the own as my screensaver and you should put my kids as yours. Well, you know, it was a weird thing for a while. I sometimes in life I like to have my own kind of banter with myself. Do you ever do things that you're like, this is for me, but it's fun?
Yeah.
And then the joke goes on because no one quite notices it. So I set a photo of Catherine's uncle as my screensaver. Just a great, like, it was a great photo. He's a great man. It was a great photo of him just kind of like standing at the beach with the hair blowing in the wind. I set that as my screensaver. I must have had it for probably got to 6 months before she was like, "Is that my uncle?" I'm like, "Aye, yeah." She's like, "Why is he your screensaver?" And I was like,
See how he likes it?
just yeah, I just enjoyed it. So, right, what I want you to do here, I'm gonna get a number up here. So you're gonna ring it. So I want you to phone this place. I want you to say, "I'm looking some advice." So, I've heard a rumor that my neighbour's going to report me to yourselves.
Who are they?
They
Are you
are.
allowed to say?
Well, yeah,
Don't text me.
They're like a pest control area. Say
Right,
my
okay.
neighbours have reported me to yourselves. I'm just wondering if this has come through. I don't want to give my name or address because I'm nervous, and I want
Okay.
you to say, all I'll tell you is my name's Gary. I'm not telling you my surname or where I live.
Okay.
And I want you to try and say, "I am Gary," at least 3 times. And I want you to say, "Look, I've got pet rats. I take good care of them, but my neighbour's going to report me." And then if they say, "How many rats do you have?" say, 100 or so. And they just live sort of in my garden or next door, just wherever they
Right,
go.
right.
And I just
I'm
want
fully shitting myself here.
yeah, so just the gist is you have a rat problem, but you're palming them off as your pets, right? So
Yeah.
I want you to phone this place and just be like, you're just looking advice. Try and keep them on as long as you can. And basically, you are Gary. You don't want to give any details. You're paranoid, but you don't want to lose your rats.
Okay.
And then you can just, and then at some point, just want you to say, "Get your rat out." So
There should be a leaderboard for who stays on the phone
yeah,
longest.
that'd be a great segment. The
That'd be
timings,
good.
right? You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start doing that. Get the time.
Yeah.
So give them
Oh,
a ring,
I'm
and
shitting
then
myself.
just it's Gary.
What
and
kind
just
of
like-
voice do you
You
want?
can do any, whatever voice you're comfortable with.
Will we get a wee quiet?
Yeah,
Or do
you
want
get a
a
wee, you get a wee quiet one. Yeah, I'll get the
Do
timer
you,
out.
want, do you want a different voice? Something like that?
Do
there?
whatever you want. Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with that you can sustain the whole time. Get them on loudspeaker and then yeah, we'll get anything edited like that
Right.
needs to be.
So there's rats in my garden. I'm claiming them as my
No,
pets.
no. So you
And my neighbours about
no.
the,
So be like, "I've heard a rumor that my neighbour's going to report me,"
Right.
and then if they're like, "What for?" You go, "My pet rats." And then if they're like, "Well, how many rats do you have?" Be like, "I've probably 100 or so. They're just sort of out the back in the garden here." "Do you have cages?" And be like, "No, I live outside. They're wild rats, Colin, but they're my rats."
Right, okay.
And you don't want to give your name because you're paranoid about losing your rats.
I feel
You're
so
Gary.
bad. I feel so bad.
Go for it, Gary. And I want you to say, "I am Gary" a few times to them.
You are through to City Council Dog Warden Service,
The dog warden?
Welfare Service and Pest Control.
Hello, Dog Pest Control.
Hello, I was wondering. Hello, are you there?
Yes, how can I help you?
I'm Gary. I got a wee shout there on Facebook. Somebody tagged me, and basically they're saying that they're going to report me for having rats.
Okay.
Yep. I'm Gary, but they're now. I don't want to say any more than just my first name, but they're basically they're just saying that that they're going to report me, and I heard it just on the grapevine. Now, I'll not tell you who said that, but what can I do about that? You know, can I get them to maybe take it down off Facebook at least, or do they have to give up the rats? Or
This is not a council matter, I'm afraid.
pardon?
If this is not a council matter, what you want them to do on Facebook.
But are you going to send somebody out though to take away the rats, or how does it work? Because I
You have
don't.
a pet rat.
I have a couple.
You
Yeah.
have a couple of pet rats.
Yeah.
1 second.
Thank you.
Right. So, I want you to say you have a few
Yes, you're allowed to have pet rats.
living in the garden.
Living in my garden.
Maybe not in the garden, no.
Oh, do they have to be kept indoors?
My guess is they probably would have to be kept indoors, yeah.
Do you know what temperature is? Like, is it just normal? You just bring them in and that's it? Because I've probably now I have a lot of pet rats, but I'll like the main thing is just that I don't get defaced, on Facebook's the main thing, that he doesn't, slander my name, because I want to keep hold of as many of them as possible anyway. They are breeding, but they're...
Well, that aspect about the Facebook is not a council issue.
Right.
You might want to talk to lawyers or police about that. But in
Nobody's
terms of,
coming to
yes,
take
you're
my
allowed to
rats.
have pet
So
rats,
you are coming to take my rats
as long as
away.
they're not wild. But you have to go, yeah, I think you'd have to keep them in the house.
So nobody's going to come and take my rats then?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if a complaint's been made or not. But you are allowed to have pet rats.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I have loads. Okay. Okay. Right. So that you can't do anything about the Facebook issue, but we could maybe do something down the line. Maybe just about, you know what I mean? Maybe keep
down the line.
keep them.
Look, I can't say for sure what's going to happen, but I've just been told you are allowed to have pet rats.
Who told you that now? Just for my records.
Just my colleague here.
Your colleague. Okay. Okay. All right. Right. So how are we leaving this then? Am I all right to have them, but they have to keep them indoors, or would they be all right?
That's my guess
So-
at the moment. Just to keep them indoors. We can't do anything unless a complaint's been made anyway.
But if the complaint's been made on Facebook and they're going to slander my name,
Facebook complaints got nothing to do. If they make a complaint in council, we wouldn't go searching on Facebook for complaints.
oh, that's good. All right. Okay. That's all right. I appreciate you taking the time now to take my call today. I do appreciate it.
No problem. Thank
Okay.
you very much, sir.
Thank you. I'm Gary.
Thank you.
He was no help at all, was he?
No
that was
help at all.
classic. Like, yeah, it's not our problem. No,
just
don't care.
my colleague here just...
Yeah. I'd have been like, no, but I've loads of them.
That was
And
good 4 minutes there.
Yeah, I keep them outside. All of them, just outside. Do you want me to do one?
Yes, I'd love you to.
Who, will you pick a scenario? We'll go for it.
Hairdressers.
Okay.
That's for a wash, cut and blow job. and then say, oh Christ, I didn't mean that. I washed my hair last night, just a cut and blow job.
Jesus Christ. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to phone a certain type of barber as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my days. Oh.
Somebody with a... If you could Google maybe somebody like with a cuts in their name, but the S is a Z.
What about this one?
Clean cuts are... Love it. Yeah.
Right, let's go. See what if they do it.
Have you 141'd it?
Don't care. What voice?
Indian? No. Ballymena.
I can't do that. I'll just
Tommy Gary.
Hello, I'm just wondering if do you do hair work in there? Sorry,
So hair wax?
hair works. I just work to your hair. You know,
For nose, for ears?
looking at like a wash, cut, and a blow job.
Do you have a long hair?
It's long enough if you can handle the length.
We have to see a bro. I can't comment about it.
Oh, do you need me to come in and show you my length?
Yeah, well, I need to see the hair first.
Okay, and could you maybe do so? When are you free if I drop in? When could you fit me in you?
There's no point necessary. Just walk in.
Just and who, if I come in and say, look, I spoke to Brian on the phone here, and he said about the wash cut and the blowjob, and if I come in,
Someone will
my
have a
length,
look for you anyway here.
have a look at my length and decide if I can take it.
See what? Yeah. You have to see the hair, bro.
Okay, no problem. Well, what time are you open to?
I'll be open until 6:30.
And do you stay open, even for the length?
Like 6:30, we're probably be gone by then.
No problem. Well, I'll come in about 69, and then we'll have a go. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye now.
bother.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear, oh dear. It's been a while since I've done one.
Good times.
Oh, my caller ID, I thought it was shown there. I'd be like, and he'd phone me back and be like, hello, are you coming in for this? I'm like, oh no. I have to buy a wig and go in. Oh shit. Right, I'll let you go home for some listeners' questions. Oh, it's hard to come back from that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the rats. The Boston rats. Where are they? Oh, right. Let me see. Oh, Jesus, that tickled me. You feel terrible doing it. You're like,
I know. You really do, don't you?
oh, it's nervous.
And you watch a clip online of
Yeah.
somebody doing it, and you're all, it's a phone
Easy.
call, wise up.
Yeah.
It's
Sean Paul wants to ask you. Sean Paul, Pope John Paul wants to know. I enjoyed an old. This is from Paul. Sean, I enjoyed an old episode where you talked about your experience being on a talent show. Would you ever go on one again? What does success look like to you? And has it ever changed since you began your career in comedy? What a question that is.
fucking hell. That's
So yeah,
deep.
first of all, have you been on? You've been on.
You should
Parental
answer
Talent. Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
can join in together. But
too.
what does success look like to you, and has it changed since you started comedy?
Yeah, I think success always changes.
I think for you, success is being able to keep hold of all your pet rats without anyone coming to take them away.
Definitely, yeah. Especially keeping them outside.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I first started off, all I wanted to do, because when I first started stand-up, you're talking like 15 years ago.
Yeah, my pussy was a kitten, mate.
Yeah, big time. And
Horse was a fool.
horse was a fool. All I want, like when I first started doing stand-up, my intake of stand-up was through audio. It wasn't DVDs, right? It was, I just listened to like Edinburgh Fringe podcasts where people were doing like sort of wee 3-minute or 5-minute sets. And I was downloading the podcast every night when I was doing night shift and work and listening to them and all. And when I first started doing stand-up then, all I wanted to do, like the Empire was the pinnacle for me. And all I wanted was, if I can do 5 minutes at the Empire, telling my original material and the audience are laughing and I have that saved as an audio, as a guts, I'll die a happy man. That's me successful. That's fucking beyond my wildest dreams. Then when I did that, I was like, I would sure I could do 10 minutes, and then I could do 15 minutes. I could get paid for this, and then it just sort of goes on from there. But sometimes I have to look back at, like, if I have to send a comedy CV to like a broadcaster or a production agency or whatever, I look down it and I'm all, fucking hell, don't remember doing that, don't remember doing that. And then I'm like, geez, that's just, I've had some career to, like, compared to what I thought I was going to have when I just started, because it was just going to be a pastime for me. So to cut a short story long, pretty much success changes all the time for me. I feel like as soon as you achieve something, you're like, fuck that. And what's the next thing?
What's the sort of barometer now for you? Like, are you content with things, or do you still have more goals and like ambitions you haven't yet achieved?
I've lost a lot of ambition, to be honest with you, to be very blunt. I got to a point where I was just, all I wanted to do was just earn money doing stand-up and just sort of be at a level where people could come and see me. I'd have a bit of a following online, and I could just earn enough money where I don't have to worry about things, and I can just have free time and do things with my kids and watch a Liverpool match if I wanted to, or just do things without having to worry about, I can't do that because I'm working. So I'm quite free now. I'm quite kind of, I just look after my kids and gig and write and joke book and things like that. So all good, yeah.
Nice.
What about yourself?
Well, my goal was always to do it as a profession, so this to be the job. And then when I have done it, now I'm coming into, we're just saying off air there that I'm leaving work in December, and that was all I'd ever looked towards, to be like, if I can do this full time, that was my ambition. And after that, it's now you want to sustain. It's like I always want to build and sustain. So I want to sustain being able to pay the bills, then be able to have a wee bit more extra money to spend more time with the kids, go on holidays, do stuff like that. So just to be free, isn't it? To allow it's always been to me to have a job, that I didn't feel like work. So doing stuff that's, you know, and I do sometimes when I think about what Catherine gets paid for, like doing an overtime shift in the hospital, and then I go and tell 10 minutes of material in Newcastle, you know, and then I'm like, oh well, that's kind of sly, but also fuck her, because you know, that's what I'm like. But yeah, so I just think, you know, being able to have a good time and get paid for it is it's you know, and it's definitely not lost on me. So there are times I go, fuck, I'm very lucky to do this, you know, as well, with the fact that I'm not funny too, like that does that, it's not lost on me, you know.
I think freedom is being rich to me. Do you know what I mean? I think you having your freedom and having your own time, and your time not being fucking held down by a boss, or, you know, somebody going, you're due into work, or where
your boss has changed, don't they? The boss has changed. My boss now is, I'm actually just celebrating 5 years marriage to her today, so
congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're spending it with me.
I know, I mean, there's no one I'd rather be with on my wedding day, or my wedding day, my anniversary day, than yourself. Dean has a question for you too, though.
Give it to me, Dean.
Dean loved seeing you a few times this past year, mate.
Oh yeah.
Have you any plans for his big solo show down the line?
I don't know. I have no immediate plans for a solo show. I'm just going to keep building my social media, I think, for now. I think I've been building my social media over the past few months, like, and I've got it into double figures now, which what's double figures, like 10 to 20 or 10 to 99?
Well, 10 to 99, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's actually 5 figures now, isn't it? But it's
5 figures, yeah.
So
getting there slowly. So I just want to kind of just want to be able to dance with the big boys. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll think about all that there. But at the time being, I'm just happy enough ticking by doing sets. And
but what's validation look like for Sean? Is it numbers? Is it followers? Is it self-contentment? What's the...
I feel like I'll never have validation, if you want to go deep.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm never satisfied. I'm never happy with what I've done. I always want more, the next big thing. Do you know what I mean? Which is something I need to work on personally, because it leads to unhappiness, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you know, you want to be happy and content.
Has there ever been a moment in comedy where you've gone, I am happy, this is good, nice?
Don't think so.
No?
Now, on stage, when you're having a great gig, do you know, of course, you're like, I'm getting paid for this. Like, getting paid for it's a bonus. But I think when you're doing it as a career, which I'm sure you've noticed the past few years, it's a different ball game. Do you think so? When your life depends on it, when it's your income. Do you know what I mean? If you're dicking about and you're getting hammered afterwards and you're partying and your money's just
fun for you,
disposable income, then it's a bit of crack. But then once it becomes serious and it's like, this is my career, this is my
but
job.
Then I always look above me, because that's the weird thing. If someone like, what would you want out of comedy? It would be to provide a good life for my kids and my wife. That would be for me. Like, I'm a simple man. If I have a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and a hoodie, that's all I need, you know what I mean? But as long as the kids are alright, and as long as, and like any big achievement I ever do, or if I get anything, or I get a decent bit of money for a job, I always go, well, half that goes to tax or whatever, the rest goes to, you know, you guys have it, and I just take a wee small amount to live off, you know, as long as I'm paying the bills. So for me, you know, my success is to look at them being happy and contented, you know. And again, if I can just get more work, if I could get paid more money for less work and I could spend more time with the kids, that'd be me. Happy. But then it's weird. It is weird, because I find I don't know whether it's the self-employed thing or not, but when I do one thing, like I was excited, I was away there the weekend, and I got excited about starting work again this week because I had nothing outstanding work-wise, and I thought, oh fuck, I'm going to get it. And then all I found myself doing was getting stressed out because I'd sent a few things off, wasn't hearing back via email and stuff, and I was getting panicked. And then I was like having bad anxiety. That's when I get my most anxious, when I feel like I've nothing to do, and I'm like, am I just wasting my time here?
It's hard, isn't it?
Like,
I know. Like, I used to sit and I would Photoshop an image for 10 minutes and then send it to you, like your face on the Arsenal women's football team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
While Diona's writing a hit show that sells out the Grand Opera House. And I'm like, who's on the fucking...
But then it's a weird thing too. It's about being known for stuff as well, isn't it? Like, so if, you know, you said about you'd be like, you're known as like a one-liner. You have the like online persona as well with Rodney. You maybe wouldn't go, oh, Sean's a writer, a theatre writer, you know what I mean? But then if you do one thing and then you get known for that, it's like whenever I've tried my hand at acting a wee bit, when I do that, a lot of people are like, well, I didn't know you acted. And I was like, well, I try, like, you know, I just don't, I'm just not known for doing that. So I think you have to almost say what you want to be doing, or let people know that's what you're doing to do things. So
Yeah.
if you were like, listen, I want to do this or I want to do that. Like, I don't believe in, when you see all these self-help guys now, you need to manifest, you need to say it'll happen. No, you need to say you want to do something, and then you need to also have the means to do it. Like, a lot of people have these goals, but they're just not in a position to go out and do it. Like, some people have the resources, just go and do that. Whereas, for the fact that you juggle so many things, it'd be hard to set some of them down. They're guaranteed money, guaranteed
That's
this, to go after something that you might really.
Yeah,
it's just
a
about
good
the
thing
balance
I read about recently, about a couple of months ago, was somebody said, find the thing that you want to achieve. Saying that you want to do the SSE arena, so you write that down on a page, and then you work backwards and go, right, how do you see the map of
That's a
someone
good
would
idea,
do, like saying it was like selling out a tour, being on a regular on a TV show, all these things that would lead you doing the SSE. But if you do it backwards, then at least you can start then at the bottom and go, right, these are the things I need to achieve in order to get to where I want to be.
And is there ever like the great white buffalo out there for you? The one thing you're like, this is what I really want. The big white horse, the big horse's cock that you just want to grasp and stick up your arse. Is there one thing that you're like? Because when people do the SSE, obviously it's a good payday, it's a good venue, but it doesn't have like a. I would look at it and go, that holds a big.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be like, I have to do that. Like, if I never did the SSE, and I don't think I will. I don't think, unless something drastic happens, I don't think I'll sell out the SSE.
But then what would you rather do, the SSE or 420 pavilions? Do you know what I mean? I'd rather do 420 pavilions.
Yeah,
You're busier.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? The way you're looking at it, I would rather, like, for me, the big thing for me was to do the Wall Garden Bangor there. And I know people are like, oh, but you've done more than the Ulster Hall numbers. Like, it doesn't matter, because that venue is special to me. It's where I take the kids. It's where, it's close to, it's just a big, so for me, that's a big, was a big bucket list thing. And now I feel like there's nothing on my bucket list. So I need to maybe fucking think about that, like what I would like to do, because otherwise I'm just fucking swinging in the dark, aren't I?
Well,
so I need to maybe get some fruit out there and try to grab
You've 7 or 8 weeks to decide, and then set yourself a target for the new year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The resolutions.
Yeah. The revelations.
Revolutions.
But anyway, I'll let you go here. We'll wrap this up just in departing. You've a new podcast out?
Yeah, Meet the Parents, myself and my wife, Diona Doherty, filmed upstairs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in your attic.
In my attic, the Frank room.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good times. Myself and my wife, we talk about just being a comedy couple, being married, going through IVF, our struggles with parenthood.
IVF.
Being stand-ups, just the general chit-chat of that. We're a mixture of serious and absolute banter. So
yeah.
Top
and how are you
things.
enjoying that? Do you like doing a pod?
Yeah, it's good times. We drive down separately to every podcast. People think that's weird. It's not very Greta Thunbergy to do that. But think about it logically. It means when we do meet that we have things to talk about.
Can I also just say about Greta Thunberg?
You can.
Why is she not in jail? Why are her parents not in jail? She's beacon off school. She's been beacon off school for about 10 years.
How old is she?
Fucking, I know. 18 or some shit.
Oh, is she?
21. I don't know. She looks younger than she is.
She knows a lot of shit for her age, doesn't she? I'd imagine.
Well, yeah. I don't know, but probably not enough because she doesn't go to school.
Do you think it's one of them things, where like in school one day you walk in with like a Michael Jackson school bag and people are all, oh, there's fucking Wacko Jacko.
Yeah.
And then you're all like, fuck's sake, now I have to moonwalk for the next 6 years. Do you know
well,
what I mean?
she's 20. There you go.
Is she?
But you know what her full name is? You might know this. Greta Tintin Eleonora Ernman Thunberg. Yeah. That was Tintin there.
Is that how it's pronounced? Thunberg?
Thunberg, yeah. Greta Thunberg. Because the thun in French is
she French?
Tun is tuna. But no, she's not. She's fucking
Is there
Swedish
not a
or
wee
some
like
shit.
speaker beside it where you can hit it and it goes
Does
Greta
it?
Thunberg?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg.
Is that her name?
Greta Thunberg.
That's Welsh.
I know, Greta Thunberg. Oh, they fuck sheep, not horses. Sean, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Never a chore. Always a pleasure.
Sure.
Then all we do need though is
Sly
the thumbnail. Let's have a smile.
Oh, you want to do a smile?
Or else we do this is a thumbnail, isn't it? Yeah. Pretend you're sucking his dick. Suck a dog dick. Stick your tongue out.
I'm the sly guy.